chaotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back, y'all, to a brand new episode of Jaja's Atelier. Listen, y'all are not just getting one helping, y'all getting 2 servings of an episode this week. I just did an episode the night before last. Speaking of which, can y'all go run them numbers up? That was a good episode. It was a lot of passion and heart in that episode. Now I need y'all to go look at it. But I had to cut it short because it was just all the stuff that we talked about in the last episode with Trump and this Africana, these white South Africanas that's coming over here. It was just the lowest of the low, and I was just spent. I was also a little tired that day too, so I was just ready to get off this camera. But I am back a day and a half later, darling, and we're gonna be a little lighter. It's gonna be a lighter show today, but don't think I'm not coming with the shade. I wouldn't be me if I didn't get a little shady. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. I want to send a huge congratulations to my mother in transness, the incomparable, iconic, legendary T.S. Madison. She is expanding her legacy. She just debuted her brand new podcast entitled The Outlaws, and her first guest was quite the juggernaut in the industry. She had the beautiful Miss Tina Knowles. Of course, you guys know Miss Tina Knowles as the mother of Beyonce, honey. And I got a chance to check it out this morning. I love the way T.S. Madison interacts with these celebrities. It's not like she's so starstruck and ooh la la. It was just a regular conversation between these two. I really enjoyed it. You know, Tina was on T.S. Madison's podcast to promote her new book called The Matriarch. They talked about Beyonce's Uncle Johnny, who, you know, was a huge inspiration for the Renaissance album that honored LGBTQ plus people. Her Uncle Johnny was a queer black man in, you know, Houston, Texas. And I mean, you just gotta, I'm not gonna give it all away here, but if you haven't checked it out yet, you can catch it on Spotify, Apple. I believe you can watch it on YouTube, I believe. So make sure you guys check it out. Again, it's called The Outlaws. And that interview with Tina Knowles was it was very interesting. A lot of things that you didn't know about her. You know, we know her for being Beyonce's mom, but T.S. Madison, she just has a way of pulling the best out of people during interviews. So again, huge congratulations to T.S. Madison, my mother in transness, honey. And also, okay. So, before we get into the meat and potatoes, last week, before things got a little hectic, I talked about this South African, you know, fashion person who made a huge donation to the Met Gala. And remember, I was telling you guys, I couldn't remember her name. And so I did a little digging. And her name is Dr. Precious Malawi Motsepe. She is a South African businesswoman and philanthropist. Dr. Precious Malawi Motsepe was one of the prominent figures at this year's Met Gala, representing African fashion. She played a significant role in the event, which is a major fundraiser, of course, for the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Her presence at the Met Gala, followed years of building international relationships. She is the head of AFI, which is the African Fashion Initiative, which is an event that attracts a global audience and is a platform for celebrating fashion and culture. So this woman is actually, I guess you could say she is the Anna Wintour of South Africa. So and her husband is also a multi-billionaire businessman. He also I couldn't find a picture of them together, but he also attended the Met Gala with her. So huge shout out to Dr. Motsepe. I just wanted to highlight her. I'm going to be doing more research on her. You know, work has been kind of hectic. Y'all do know your girl works a 9 to 5. Yes, I work a 9 to 5. I may look like a real housewife, darling, but I work a 9 to 5. Well, a 7 to 3:30. So yeah, again, huge congratulations to her. It was really nice seeing her on the red carpet. She looked absolutely, she's a beautiful woman. I'm not quite sure what country in South Africa she's from. So again, I will definitely be doing doing that docu short that I did before the Met Gala. It was called More Than the Met. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead. It's on my YouTube page. It's right here. Go ahead and check it out. My cousin was talking to me and she was like, "This was really good. Like, you need to make this like a series." So I'm thinking about doing that and just really using that as a way to bring awareness to all the fabulosity that is coming out of Africa. Also, I had a couple of DMs within the last couple weeks asking me what the hell ever happened to Thrift Trip. Listen, money is tight right now. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm the girl that's gonna keep it real on this here internet. And also, if you could see this mound of stuff from thrifting that I have over here that I haven't even sorted through yet, I need to take a break. So I will be doing another episode fairly soon. I also want to talk, when I do these thrift trips, I also want to talk about pricing this round for this upcoming season. You know, the last episode, I think I was in Richmond with my sister Shannon at Diversity Thrift, which is one of our favorite spots. And my birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks. Well, shit, what's today? Oh, my birthday is in 9 days, honey. I will be 35. 35 and giving the girls hell, honey. Uh, you young girls wish, honey. Yes. I'm about to light a cigarette on that. Baby. Let me tell you something. I'm about to be 35 and I feel like I have never looked better, honey. Toot toot. Yes, all that and a bag of chips. Clock that tea. So yeah, I definitely, when I do this next season of Thrift Trip, I want to really get into how they price everything. Because I used to work for Goodwill. I worked for Goodwill twice. So I have a lot of insider information. And it's definitely a lot of, I've been seeing online, people are outraged at the prices at the Goodwill, especially because all of the stuff that they get is from donations. So you stay tuned for that. And I also have this other, editorial project that I'm working on. I don't want to talk too much about it because it is so fabulous, but I feel like if I don't get it done within the next month, I feel like somebody else is going to do it. So I got that coming as well. And I have a small little something that I'm going to put together. You can consider it like a making of. So that's what's going on with me. So listen. The Cannes Film Festival is currently underway, darling. I got to light a cigarette on this because you know what? This is, it's stuff like this that really irritates me because it's like, why are you taking creative freedoms away from people? So the Cannes Film Festival is currently underway in France. And they have a new dress code, honey. They have a new dress code. So apparently they are banning all nude illusion mesh dresses and dresses with long dramatic trains. So here's my thing about it, right? Do you not want us to watch? Honey, I live for the Cannes Film Festival. I have been looking at, the red carpet of the Cannes Film Festival for as long as I can remember. I mean, my grandmother died in 2001, and I can remember watching it with my grandmother because, my grandmother on my father's side, good old Ruthie Naomi Pennington, honey, she was a lover of fashion as well, and we used to watch it together. And, some of the looks, I mean, when Madonna went in the Jean Paul Gaultier comb bra, honey, and the bloomers, I mean, there's so many outrageous looks from the Cannes Film Festival. It's something that we look forward to. It's, post-Met fabulosity. You know what I mean? It strikes right after the Met. We're still on this hungry high for more glamour. My eyes are starving for beauty, in the words of Andre Leon Talley. Like, what all of a sudden, some of these other countries, fashion has to be so conservative and buttoned up. I mean, listen, do whatever you want, but you're not going to control the way women dress, okay? Especially not in Paris, France. I mean, to be honest with you, y'all need to be worried about Ibrahim Touré instead of worried about these dresses that these girls is going to be wearing on the red carpet, because once Africa puts y'all out, I don't know how y'all going to get all that gold and diamonds and all that other fabulosity, because head of state Ibrahim Touré said, get the hell out right now. And speaking of banning stuff, while we're trying to control the way the celebrity women dress on the red carpet, are y'all gonna ban those racist security guards that was, accosting the celebrities as they stepped on the red carpet and on the steps? Do we not remember this incident with Kelly Rowland last year? And this other woman, I can't think of her name. I have it here somewhere. What was her name? Oh, I had it here somewhere. Here it goes. She's of Hispanic or Latino descent. This isn't it. Oh, here it is. Maisel Tavares. When she had Jesus, even though that's not a real picture of Jesus did not look like Ben Affleck with a lace front on, but have your way, girl. But she had this train of this portrait of Jesus. And but this girl, she fought back. Kelly Rowland didn't do all of that, but this girl, she fought back. It's like everybody wants to worry about everything except for what they really need to be fucking worried about. Are you kidding me? Girl, bye. So, this is what Women's Wear Daily had to say about it. Hold on, child. Let me pull it up. I tried to get my notes in order, but it's for some reason I can't ever get to it. Okay, so this is what WWD, aka Women's Wear Daily, has to say about it. The Cannes Film Festival appears to have drawn a red line for the red carpet. Organizers unveiled a new dress code Monday with rules prohibiting nudity as well as oversized gowns and trains. For decency reasons, nudity is prohibited on the red carpet as well as in any other areas of the festival wrote. The notice appeared on the website Sunday. Voluminous outfits, in particular those with a large train that hinder the proper flow of traffic of guests and complicate seating in the theater, are not permitted. The festival welcoming teams will be obligated to prohibit red carpet access to anyone not respecting these rules, end quote, in the statement. So I'm assuming that this has a lot to do, not so much with Kelly Rowland, but with that other woman, Marissa Tavares, which I just named. And to me, y'all have been doing this for God knows how long. These girls have been coming. I mean, look at some of these looks. What is the fucking problem? Oh, because you have people of, outside of whiteness that are coming and shutting the carpet down? Because that's what it seems like to me. Ooh, this rouge, honey. This rouge was not blended very well, honey. Ooh. But anyway, that's what it seems like to me. And again, without the TNA, who's going to be watching? I mean, look at this look Irina Shayk is wearing. And Bella Hadid. You can definitely tell that these are backup looks. And you have to think too, they just put this up on Sunday. These girls have had their looks prepared for the Cannes Film Festival for at least the past 90 days. At least. And you're going to put this up on Sunday? You know, it's really disappointing that one of fashion's biggest event for the spring summertime outside of Fashion Week is taking this stance. Like, I don't understand this. And then it's like a lot of us pull inspiration from the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival. It's a beautiful event. Why would you want to desexify it? I don't get it. Stop trying to control the way women define their individual sensuality, beauty, and style. Period. Period. So, listen. I haven't seen any looks that have caught my eye because everybody is giving modest Mildred on the red carpet. So, I was so excited. I was gonna do a whole markup for my Instagram. You know, I love to write articles. That's something else I need to get back into. But I was getting ready. I'm like, girl, these girls look awful. So Mildred the maid, honey. And it's not even their fault, because you can tell that these are not the outfits that they originally picked. You know Irina Shayk loves to show them titties and that ass, honey. And I don't mind it. But this, I don't know what the hell this is. Anyway, on to the next story. So, we are, So, Australian Fashion Week is currently underway. I've been holding this damn cigarette. I haven't even lit it yet. Australian Fashion Week is currently underway, and I've seen about 3 or 4 shows. I've never really paid attention to Australian Fashion Week, but again, I want to broaden my horizons. I want I want to have knowledge of every aspect and every fashion week in every city that I possibly can, including the ones that are non-black. You know, we can get inspiration from everywhere. We're not trying to exclude anybody. We're just trying to include everybody. Hello, that's a word. I got a bow. But there was one collection that really caught my eye, and it's this fairly new brand called Bear Creek. Bear Creek was founded in 2001 by the creative director Gabriela Pereira. So I'm about to pull up so you guys can see. Here's the collection right here. I'm going to tell you what I really liked about this collection. It was very simple, but it was clean. It was easy. The tailoring was impeccable. And I loved the neutral color palette. I also loved, the coochie cutters. I'm from Jersey and we call them coochie cutters, honey. I love the coochie cutters. I have never seen coochie cutters tailored so perfectly to somebody's body, okay? Now, if you're going to do a coochie cutter, this is how you do a coochie cutter, okay? So let's get into 3 of my favorite looks. Again, we have this look right here. This is a long sleeve merino high neck top. The long sleeve merino high neck top in black is crafted from 100% merino wool, offering a lightweight feel with a semi-sheer finish, and features a high neckline for a figure-hugging silhouette. I'm reading this from their website. Yeah, I could see Doshi in this. I could see, dare I say, I could see Zendaya in this. I would love to see Zendaya in this. Never mind Doechii. Doechii would definitely wear this, but I would love to see Zendaya in this. Just shut a red carpet down real quick with this. Also, another look that I like is this suited look here. This is called the Iris top. It's a slim-fitting black tank cut with 100% silk georgette, featuring a deep scoop neckline and back. Wide floor-length side ties offer versatility in styling, allowing the tank to be cinched or worn loose for a relaxed silhouette. All of this is made in Australia as well. It's everything is homegrown, homemade. And then, oh honey, this look right here was, I loved this dress right here. I absolutely lived for this. I love the illusion on the side. I love the silk organza in the front. Somebody was saying that it was like a neon green, but it's more like a dill pickle green to me, or like a dill pickle pistachio green to me. Anyway, I loved it. I would love to see who would I love to see in this look? Because you know I am a stylist. I haven't talked about anything like that. I haven't styled anybody in a couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. But who would I love to see in this? Me. Anyway, huge shout out to Deer Park on this new collection. And you know, it's not easy being a new brand, especially now with all these tariffs and everything going around. I took a look at a couple of pictures of the young lady who founded the company, and she looks fairly young. So huge shout out to Gabriella and Bear Park. This was an amazing collection. So listen, we've talked fashion, darling. We've talked fashion. I definitely need to light a cigarette for this. So, there's a lot going on. I told you guys, I was not going to talk about this Diddy trial. I didn't want to talk about it. I really didn't give a damn. But when Don Lemon covered it for a whole hour this morning, I was like, okay, let me listen. What's going on? Listen, I'm a woman. I have the right to change my mind. Hell, I changed my gender. Okay? So not only is it the Diddy thing, but we also have new alleged domestic violence allegations brought against rapper Diddy by the mother of his son, actress and singer Hailey Bailey. And then there's good old Uncle Shay Shay, who spoke out for the first time since the allegations of his SA by his former concubine. I'm sorry, I don't know what other name to call her. Let's take a look at... Ooh, I forgot to turn the volume down. Let's take a look at what Uncle Shay Shay had to say. Now, this is him on the podcast that he has with Chad Johnson. Let's take a look.
Stop worrying about what people that don't know you think.
I think a lot of people have.
Stop worrying about that, because Ocho, you heard me say this. All I want people to love. I just need the people that I love to love me.
Come on now.
See, you trying to and you know, obviously, the elephant is not in the room. He outside, but everybody knows what I'm going through. A lot of people have a lot to say, but as my brother been calling me, a lot of people, and thank you everybody that's reached out and the thoughts and prayers. I sincerely appreciate that. But when you think about it, Ocho, man, 50% of the people don't care that you got problems. The other 50% glad you got them.
Come on, Pastor.
So now what?
Pastor, take your time.
I agree with you, Dory. I'm not worried about. Look, I'm where I am.
Right.
This is where I am. I'm in Cleveland.
So I'm gonna cut it right there. The clip is about 3 minutes long. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. So they were basically talking about the Shador Sanders situation, and as you saw in the clip, he addressed, you know, what he's going through with this case that's being brought against him by that young trick. Here's the thing, Shannon Sharp. It's so much other shit going on with this Diddy case, and with Trump getting this plane from where the hell ever, and DDG, and not to mention the shit going on with Tory Lanez. We're going to touch on that in a minute. That you could have kept quiet and everybody would have forgot about this. Because when I first saw the clip, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? I said, oh, I had forgot all about it. You are doing a great job of being quiet. Now, what I will say is, I I get where he was trying to go with it. I understand what he was trying to say. But here's my thing with it, Shannon Sharp. Your case is still pending. And even though it's not, a jail, you're going to jail or not type case, you still have a lot of things in the air. Ooh, excuse me, that was not ladylike. You still have a lot of things, in the air as far as your career. And I think, let that be all you say. Line up some amazing interviews. Let this Diddy stuff play out. Don't you say a word about this Diddy stuff. Don't you say a word about this DDG stuff. Do not say anything about any other nigga that is going through the same shit that you're going through or worse. Stick to the sports. Stick to being the same old Uncle Shay Shay that we grew to love on the Uncle Shay Shay's Clubhouse podcast. And sit down. Sit down. Then we have Tory Lanez, who got stabbed 14 times. Everybody is praying for him, and oh my God. And then they're coming after Meg Thee Stallion. Let me tell y'all something. Light my cigarette back up. And this is going to be a bit of a short show today because Mama has things to do tonight. I have an engagement, which is why I'm sitting here with a full painted face, darling, and my good wig. But let me tell you, the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to the Diddy situation with Cassie, because, Cassie testified today. And I'm not going to go into detail because I feel like she said it in the courtroom. I don't feel like y'all all heard what she said that he was doing and all of that. I don't have to go into the salacious details. Let those other bloggers do that don't have any couth. With the Tory Lanez thing, the way people are going after Meg, with the DDG thing with Haley Bailey, and the way people are going after Haley Bailey, and looking at all the comments, y'all really don't like women. And it's not just the men, it's the women too. The way women, especially black women, just really don't have a safe place or a safe group of people that they could go to and find refuge, it's really disturbing to me. And how callous a lot of women are to other women who are in these type of domestic situations. I think a lot of us need therapy. I think there's a lot of things that we were taught as children, especially women in the black community, like, stand by your man, that whole thing, like, stand by your man, he's paying the bills, he's taking care of the kids, he's coming home, every now and then John gonna lay a couple pounds on me, but Jackie, it's all right. Listen, I'm Jackie. Tina, anime. It's never all right to let a motherfucker lay some motherfucking pounds on you. It's just the emotional abuse, the verbal accosting, the physical abuse, the SA abuse. It's just, does nobody have any heart anymore? And then the men. I remember I grew up in a time where if a motherfucker even thought you were thinking about beating on a woman, it was a wrap. It didn't matter if the man knew your shorty or not. If a man saw you putting your hands on a woman back in the day, he was going to crack your skull. And now it's just like, it's this boys club mentality. And y'all men have been watching too much of these misogynistic podcasts. And it's just like, y'all men go wherever the wind blows and y'all really living for each other. I said this, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before that. Y'all really do not like women. There's no way you could like women or love women and see Diddy dragging and beating this woman, Cassie, in the middle of a hotel hallway and say, oh, well, you know, I mean, they was fighting on each other. I've been seeing all these excuses, and it's like, are you fucking sick? What happened to the men of our community? The real men, the straight men. It's really upsetting, and it's really scary. Like, I'd be scared to go out on the street. Like, sometimes when I go out, like, let me light another cigarette. Oops. See, that's the Lord telling me I don't need them. Let me see if I can grab it. I don't mind if y'all see the top of my wig. Ooh! I'm about to be really transparent with y'all. I don't always go out looking like this. I'm scared to death to go out as my real self. I take the wig off. You know, it's nothing I can do about my body. But I don't wear my wigs when I go out. I don't wear makeup when I go out sometimes. I'm terrified. Because it's like the women point it out and the men beat it out. It's just like, you know, I see the way men treat biological women. I'm like, well, if you're doing that to them, what the hell are you going to try, emphasis on try, to do to me? I don't want to have to be out here fighting. I haven't fought a bitch in years. Those days are behind me, darling. Look at me now. You know, and it's just like, I feel bad for women. Because it's like, where can you go to seek any kind of refuge from the abuse? You're getting it from your sisters on this side. You're getting it from the brothers on this side. Nobody is believing you. And then y'all have the nerve to say, well, what made her take so long to come out? She was 20-some. Cassie was 19, 16, 17. How old was she? 19 years old when she met this man. What power did she have over him? He was a whole conglomerate when she met him. He stalled her career, and just the things that he was doing. And it's just like, that's not sex. That's not kink. That's control and torture. You know, I'm putting Shannon Sharp, P. Diddy, DDG, and Tory Lanez. I'm putting all four of these situations in one because, listen, to my wealthy, successful black men, I got one statement for y'all. Find you a woman that likes to do all the freaky shit that you like, make her sign an NDA, and sit the fuck down. And this whole notion of, oh, they're just trying to tear a black man down. Of course they are. What? Of course they are. What the fuck? They've been tearing y'all men, the women, and all of us blacks down for how long now? Which is why I always say it would behoove of you to wrap your shit so tight. Obama needs to teach a master class in how to slide on by under the radar. That man had every eye in America on him, waiting for him to fuck up. The first black president of the United States of America. Could you imagine the amount of pressure he had on him? To the point where they couldn't find anything else. Oh, it was the birtherism. It was, oh, he's got a tan suit on. Oh, his wife looks like a monkey. He was even coming after his children. And still, our forever president did not fold. He did not lose his cool not one time. Y'all really need, instead of listening to niggas like Lil Boosie and Future and all of them, y'all need to take the Obama playbook. Obama went 8 years with every eyeball in the world on him, waiting for him to fuck up, tapping him on the back of his head like this, like, is you getting ready to fuck up yet, nigga? And the motherfucker never folded. Ooh, honey. Jesus, where they going? The motherfucker never folded. It's possible. If they couldn't get Obama, why are they able to get you? Compared to the president of the United States, the rest of y'all is just tap dancers. I'm sorry to put it that way, but that's what this was the first African American president of the United States for 8 years, 2 terms, not one scandal. Not one. There are even men in the entertainment industry who have been around the Diddys and the trouble and the rebel rousers. Like John Legend. John Legend came up under Kanye West. We ain't heard boo bad about John Legend. John Legend got his wife getting in way more trouble than he do. Common. Now he might be a hoe, but we ain't never heard nothing bad about him. It's Russell Wilson. And even though they're not the center of attention, you can look on their face and it's peace behind their eyes. They're like, okay, you got it, bro. I'm here with my lady. You see how she looking? This is what I'm going home to every night. I ain't worried about them bitches in the back of the bus. A lot of y'all men need to leave your ego at the door because it's getting you in a lot of trouble. Is it fair that they're, because listen, when it comes to this Diddy thing, even Shannon Sharp, if the black ones are doing this, imagine what the white ones are doing. I'm sorry, have we not ever heard of Jeffrey Epstein? It's not right, but that's the world we living in. My mama and daddy always told us, me and my brother, y'all are black. Y'all got to run a tight ship. You have to be smarter. You have to be quicker. You have to be wittier. You have to be everything 10 times better than them just to get a seat at the table. And one fuck up and you out the door. They're going to ruin you. It is going to be a public lynching for your ass. Y'all already know this. Sit the fuck down. That's all I got to say about it. That's the best I can do for you, bro. Sit down. You don't have to be the center of attention all the time. You don't have to be that guy all the time. Once you make your money and you got a secure spot, a secure platform, constant revenue coming in, you making money in your sleep, sit the fuck down. Anyway, before we leave, speaking of sitting the fuck down, so you guys know Elon Musk has a bunch of kids, but one of them, Vivian, just so happens to be trans. Of course, Elon Musk has disowned Vivian, but I want to show this video because this gives hope to all the trans women out there, the young trans women out there who feel like after you get disowned from your family that you won't find peace. I want you to take a look at this. Okay. This is Elon Musk's daughter, Vivian. His trans daughter. Yes, Elon Musk, you have a trans daughter. Her name is Vivian, and she is shitting all over you. I don't know what her financial situation is, but every time I see her, she looks happy. And of course, she's a white trainee. I understand there's a difference. Trust me, I'm on the other side of the spectrum. But don't let her whiteness confuse you. I want all of my young trans girls to know that there is peace on the other side once you get through that uncomfortable phase of having to come out and tell your parents, tell your siblings. You know, I had a conversation with my brother about it, and he was like, oh, okay. But, you know, I saw him a couple weeks later and it was all love. You know what I mean? He accepts me for what it is. You know, he might not necessarily agree, but he respects it for what it is. Um, as far as my mom, listen, when it comes to mama, that's a different thing. My mother, you know, she knows something is a brewing, but she don't know the whole chicken enchilada. And I don't really feel the need to have to tell her. I mean, my mom, you know, mothers know. And I'm one of those, like, I don't feel like I have to tell my mom everything. She knows enough to where she's not uncomfortable and upset. My mother is a woman of particular age. And, you know, I've told several of my family members, hey, Audrey, hey, Sophia, hey, Shamara, hey, Afia, just in case they're watching. Those are my cousins, by the way, who have, you know, accepted this new me with open arms, you know. So, and I went years not, you know, suppressing, well, but suppressing my real self because I was scared of what was going to happen. This is proof that you don't have to be scared. T.S. Madison is proof you don't have to be scared. You will find peace and prosperity on the other side. You know, I say all that to say I ran into a young trans woman the other day, and I didn't know that she watched me, and I didn't know that she was trans. This is my first time seeing her as her true self, and she walked up to me. I actually used to be her camp counselor back when we were both boys. You know, we talked for a couple of minutes in the parking lot, and she was just like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna lose everything. And I said, baby, listen to mother. I'm somebody's mother. I said, listen to mother, baby. You're not gonna lose it all because what God has for you is for you, and can't nobody take that from you, regardless of what man says about your situation. You know what your relationship with God is, or whoever you believe in, and you know what they have for you. So I just wanted to end the show on a positive note, and just send a message of love to all my young trans girls out there. I know, you know, in the face of everything that's going on, it seems like, you know, it's hopeless, like a penny with a hole in it. But it ain't, because trans people have been here since the dawn of time. Gay people have been here since the dawn of time. Black people are God's chosen people, whether these red belly renegades want to believe it or not, and we'll be here long after their demise, honey. And with that being said, I will be back in a few days. Love you. Ciao.